I'm only going to do a couple verses at a time. I think I did 1 through 16 last time. This time I'm going to do just 17 through 22. They're a little meatier. Um, and I think the ones I picked, they go well together in a flow. Um, it's actually kind of nice because I've read the Tao Te Ching a few times myself, but like going back and like making these videos, uh, um, it's good for because it helps me organize the book in a way like I'm packaging it for not only myself but for other people to digest as well. So um, just helps me structure my thoughts and what I get from reading it better. I guess is the best way to put it. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into reading verse 17. The last one I left off on was verse 16 called tranquility. This is verse 17 called leaders. There are four types of leaders. The best leader is indistinguishable from the will of those who selected her. The next best leader enjoys the love and praise of the people. The poor leader rules through coercion and fear, but it's the worst leader that is a tyrant, despised by the multitudes who are the victims of his power. What a world of difference among these leaders. In the last two types, what is done is without sincerity or trust, only through coercion. In the second type, there is a harmony between the leader and the people. In the first type, whatever is done happens so naturally that no one presumes to take credit. Verse 18. The paradoxes of abandoning the great integrity. When the great integrity was abandoned, humanity and justice appeared. When knowledge and teachers appeared, hypocrisy was their inevitable accompaniment. When family relationships lost their harmony, filial piety and parental affection were suddenly birthed. When a nation succumbs to chaos and corruption, patriotic politicians are always at hand announcing themselves. Verse 19. The paradoxes of returning to the great integrity. Banish the intellectual, discard knowledge. We will all benefit 100-fold. Eliminate all institutions of charity and justice. We can then return to our natural love for each other. Let everyone be released from our addictions to shrewdness and profit. Then thievery will disappear. These three negate the great integrity, but to negate these negations is insufficient. Three affirmations are also necessary. The first is to embrace simplicity and integrity. The second is to consume only the needs of our body and soul. The third is to allow our love and concern for others to define our essence. It actually says essentiality, which I think is a crappy word, so that's what I subbed in. Actually, I do change the wording a little bit, but that was one word that essentiality is just not a good word. Yeah, to define our essence, our soul, whatever we want to. I think that sums it up a little better. Verse 20. The sadness of superficialities and the unfulfilled great integrity. It is sometimes deeply depressing to be a rebel, knowing that we can never share most people's way of life, nor can they share ours. Schooling stuffs the brain of our children with trivia. The more the trivia, the more their anxieties. They indoctrinate the children to believe that the consequences are grave when they fail to distinguish good from evil, and agreement from disagreement. What gross nonsense this is! To escape the rubbish of all this so-called knowledge, in the winter people run to the great feasts of lamb, pork, and ox, and they climb high in the mountains to view the first signs of spring. We are so different, having no desire for the trivialities, nor for the compensations. We are like infants, not yet knowing how to laugh, ever wandering and having no home which we may return. While most people are obsessed with superficialities, we feel empty. While most people feel they know so much, we feel simple-minded. While most people believe they live happily in the best of all possible worlds, we are despaired to witness this world. It is so painful to know that we will always be outsiders, endlessly moving like the ocean, aimlessly blowing like the wind. While we fear what others fear, we don't treasure what others treasure. Our treasure is the great integrity itself. However, until it is shared, it will not be the universal integrity, for we are a part of them, and they a part of us. This is one of my favorites. That verse 20 is huge. Verse 21. The great integrity is a paradox. The great integrity is a paradox. It is inherent in the universe, yet its form is so elusive. It is the vital essence of every entity, yet nothing announces its essential character. The great integrity was apparent before time, space, and matter appeared to separate. How can we remind and re-infuse ourselves with this very touchstone of all our essence and connection? By refusing time, space, and matter with the spiritualization of our materiality, with the materialization of our own spirituality. Then, when our dualities and numeralities become blurred and forgotten, the great integrity will reemerge in forms of such incredible depths and dimension of enlightenment, precisely because of our temporary fragmentary consciousness created a multi-millennial amnesia. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. I love it. Verse 22. Celebrate paradox. No thing remains itself. Each prepares the path to its opposite. Be ready for wholeness. To be ready for wholeness, first be fragmented. To be ready for rightness, first be wronged. To be ready for fullness, first make yourself empty. To be ready for renewal, first be worn out. To be ready for success, you must first fail. To be ready for doubt, you must first be certain about something. Because the wise observe the world through the great integrity, they know they are not knowledgeable. Because they do not perceive only through their perceptions, they do not judge this and that as wrong. Because they do not delight in boasting, they are appreciated. Because they don't announce their superiority, they are acclaimed. Because they never compete, no one can compete with them. Verily, fragmentation prepares the path to wholeness, the mother of all origins and realizations. And that was actually the last one. Celebrate paradox. So the next one I'll do will be verse 23, sincerity. So, my phone hasn't buzzed, so I assume no one's really said anything. But I thought that went very well. I've been enjoying this. I want to make this one kind of short because I just kind of want to get back into it. I mean, I haven't done an interview in a while, but a lot of good news. My computer, which I thought was broken, I took apart, put it back together. It's fixed. Internet is really solid. I'm at an apartment complex that has fiber internet, so internet speed is not going to be a problem. Computer's not a problem. Only thing right now is my kind of furniture setup. Like, I'm really low to the ground here. I set this map up where I want it when I have like a big boy desk, but until then I'm just gonna kind of keep making videos to keep my chops going, but I'm not gonna be going full out until the environment I'm surrounded with is kind of where I want to be working for the future. So yeah, this felt good. Hope everyone has a great day. If you like this, leave a comment. Just takes a second, say, hey, keep this going. Because realistically, this is, I feel like I'm a producer of a TV network that no one watches. So I'm going to try a bunch of stuff. And if there's something that you like, you want me to keep doing, or I can do differently, let me know. I need the critiques. Or let's see if I do it right this time. No, I did it wrong again. I always forget it's that corner. Wow. You can like me, or like and subscribe on YouTube, Michael Pawlowski, very simple, or at Mike Paws on Twitter. Those are the only real two ways to get a hold of me. So let me know if you want to be on an interview, if you want to discuss Taoism, Christianity, whatever. I don't know. I'm always down to talk about something. So till then, peace. Have a good Sunday. Be good to people. They're watching.